I used to chase events, viral videos, sales, overnight wins, and it didn't make me very happy. It was very exhausting, and I wasn't very successful. But then I found an idea in the book Unscripted by MJ DeMarco that really helped me rewire my brain and really helped me get to where I wanted to go. And this idea is called Act, Assess, Adjust, and it really helped me to finally grow. When I started my businesses in the past, especially Nordic Dudes, I wanted results instantly. I wanted views, I wanted leads, I wanted money, I wanted validation. I wanted to confirm that this idea was actually something that people wanted and that this could become $1 million idea. But MJ DeMarco says that chasing events is not the right way to go about it. Instead, you should chase the process or focus on the process if you want to win. So here is how I use the Act, Assess, Adjust model to help me grow Nordic Dudes. So before this loop or before this model, as I mentioned before, I focused on viral videos, quick wins, sales numbers, and every week felt like a success or a failure and nothing in between. I was pretty much outcome addicted. I wanted to have the results immediately without really focusing on the process or putting in the work beforehand. Then I read this amazing book called Unscripted by MJ DeMarco, which I, by the way, have linked in the description below if you want to check out that book. I highly recommend you read it. It's a very good business book. So this is how the model worked. The first step is act. And act means that you just do the thing, you focus on the work, and you actually get the work done. The second thing is assess. So what that means is that you actually measure what happened and you assess the actions that you took in the previous step. And during the assess step, try to analyze to see what worked and what didn't work, what people liked and what they didn't like. And then the third and final step is adjust, make tiny improvements based on the data that you found in the previous steps. And what this really highlights is that getting successful, having sales and getting views and engagement on your content online is not an event, but a process. So what that means is that you have to put in the work for weeks, months, years, maybe even decades before you actually start seeing the results, which then people online think is an event or a viral video. What most people don't know at this point is that you've put in the work for, like I said, months, years, and maybe even decades. And then you get this massive video that people just think you uploaded and then it went viral. So I make these videos and post them online, which is the act step. And then the second step is the assess. So I look at the data that YouTube is collecting in my analytics. So I look at the CTR, I look at the average view duration and a bunch of other data. Based on that data, I try to understand what worked in the video and what didn't work and what people enjoyed and what did people not enjoy. And my videos don't get a lot of views right now, so I get very little data, but you have to work with the data that you have. So based on that small amount of data that I have, I then use that to make my videos better for future videos and make titles better and make my thumbnails better. So if I have a video that doesn't perform very well, for example, it has a very low CTR, then I will go back and change the thumbnail and the title until I find something that gives me better CTR. And obviously the same goes for Nordic Dudes as well. So we created this design for these swim shorts and we made a sample with manufacturers, and then we showed this sample to our audience, our email subscribers and people online, and asked them what they liked and what they didn't like and what they thought of those swim shorts. And then the final step was collecting all that information and then adjusting our process based on what those people thought and what they liked and didn't like. And then we just keep doing that over and over and over and over again several times until we have a great product and a great business, or a great YouTube channel and great videos and great content. And the turning point really comes when you stop thinking about making your next video viral and stop thinking about making it a big event, and instead focus on the process and iteration. Focus on making slow and tiny improvements that stack over time. Take it one step at a time and just do that small tiny improvement with every video or every action that you take. That's how momentum is formed. That's how I think you remove a lot of emotion out of the process and become more consistent. So what are some of the lessons that I learned from this? Number one, try not to overthink too much and instead just start getting the reps in. Start creating that quantity, because the thing is with this, at least in my experience, has been that quantity beats quality, especially in the beginning. It's all about reps, and a person who has better videos than you, has more followers, has a better product, has more sales, has more subscribers, is many times because they have decided to do more reps than what you have. A very good example of this is I looked at Alex Hermos's YouTube channel, and I thought he had like 3 or 4 million subscribers at the time. And I looked at his channel and I thought, wow, I wish I had 3 or 4 million subscribers. But then I looked at the number of videos he has uploaded, and he had uploaded 4,000 videos minus all the videos that he has deleted. I then went over to my YouTube channel and had a look at how many videos I've posted, and I'd posted 200 videos. So one very, very big reason as to why he had 3 or 4 million subscribers is because he had posted 4,000 videos while I've only posted 200 videos. He has put in a lot more reps into creating content than what I have, which is one of the reasons, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why he has so many more subscribers than what I have. The second thing I learned is that look at real data. So don't make up stuff in your mind about what you think people like and what you think that people thought about something that you posted or a product that you made. Instead, look at the real actual data and the real stuff that they actually said. I think that's extremely important, because otherwise you could just start doing stuff that no one really cares about and you end up back at square one where you have something that no one wants. So look at what they say, what do they like, what do they not like, what worked, what sucked, and what was great, or what did they think was amazing. It's really, really important, I think, that you're brutally honest here and actually tell yourself how the situation is and don't try to sugarcoat it. And the third thing is to fix one thing at a time. So in the beginning, I got so much feedback as to how I could improve and how I could make things better that I started making a bunch of different changes and started improving everything. And this was especially apparent when I made Facebook ads. So I noticed all these different things that I could improve and that I think would make my ads better and my content better. But what happened was, when I made all these changes, I didn't really know what it was that worked and what it was that changed my conversion rate from, let's say, 1% to 2%. So the thing I'm trying to highlight here is that fix one thing and then test it and see how that works, and then change the next thing afterwards, at least when it comes to Facebook ads. And then just keep making these small improvements over and over and over again. And as a final word, think about it this way. If you become 1% better every day and you do that for a long period of time, let's say 2 years, imagine where you'll be with just 1% improvement every day for 2 years straight. The fact is, you'll probably become unstoppable. It'll become impossible to stop. I hope you thought this video was useful and it gave you some value. If you did, please like and subscribe to the video. And as I said before, if you want to check out MJ DeMarco's book Unscripted, I linked it down below so you can have a look at it. I strongly recommend to read it if you have a business or you want to start a business in the future at some point. Also down below, I've linked my socials and my brand, my e-commerce brand, Nordic Dudes, where I share the journey of building the business. I also upload videos here on YouTube where I share the journey of building that business. Anyway, I hope to see you in the next video and have a nice day. Bye.